My name is Eva Jäger, and I'm Arts Technologies Curator at Serpentine. It's been my absolute immense pleasure to work on this project together with Holly Herndon and Matt Dryhurst, over 400 choristers, and of course my beloved Arts Technologies team. This project is fundamentally about what it means to make art after or post-AI, after the AI era. And the proposition was that it can be a process that is deeply human and also extremely beautiful. And that's the process that you are going to be witnessing, or at least part of it tonight, as we record what's called training data in this really new kind of format. Those of you who are brave enough to decide to be part of the singing choir tonight will have signed a licensing agreement. And this is a really important part of making beautiful data, training data, even though it's super administrative. We insisted that you keep your rights and use them to negotiate the terms of this data set's use. And so when we when we make available this data set, all of the recordings that were made, they will be under those terms of use, and that's really special and important. Finally, I would really like to thank Stone's Nest for having us here in this beautiful chapel. Thank you to London Contemporary Voices. Thank you to the members of Musark who are here singing with us tonight. Thank you, Cien and Joseph, for conducting the inner and outer choirs. And I guess without further ado, I will introduce you to our hosts, Holly Herndon and Matt Dryhurst. Please give it up for them.
Thank you so much, Eva. Pardon my voice. Our whole family came down with some sort of weird illness in the last 24 hours, so I'm kind of squawking here a little bit. And Matt just got a text right as Eva was making that beautiful introduction that our babysitter and our baby are locked out of their hotel room. So he will be joining us very shortly. And I know that he had a couple things that he wanted to share with you, so maybe if we get started, he can always come and interject after that. So yeah, chaos reigns. It's so wonderful to be here tonight, to be sharing these final moments of the exhibition with you all here. So many of you have participated in this process. I am so grateful for all of your voices and all of your contributions. This has been such a wild journey. For those of you who are less familiar with the process or haven't joined in on a singing yet, we really wanted to open up the training process to an audience and to more participants to really see what data collection is like, to see what a choir singing is like for those of you who don't have that experience. There's so many intricate kind of ways that choral members communicate with each other. It's this really interesting coordination technique that's really and part of our kind of earliest humanity, and we like to see machine learning as something on that kind of lineage, just a kind of very sophisticated way for humans to coordinate, but that it is of us. And it's kind of us in aggregate, and that's something that could be celebrated if done in a beautiful way, which is something that Eva so wonderfully described before. So we're trying to find a beautiful way to make AI, and that means, you know, from start to finish, from the writing of the songbook, to the training, to the compression, to the interaction in the exhibition space. We really tried to find a way to have a kind of artist touch at each point in that, in the model making process. So just a short note about the songbook. We largely took Sacred Harp Canon. The reason for that, to train a model that then made kind of infinite songs, and then we rearranged them for the songbook itself. The reason why we chose this canon is because we wanted to use something that kind of referenced the English choral tradition, and those songs traveled to the United States, they interacted with different communities in the United States, and they kind of morphed and mutated and became their own thing. And that was kind of my dream in sending out the songbook to all of the different choirs. We left a lot of open-endedness, we left a lot of, there are games written into the score, dynamics are very open-ended, so is tempo, we allowed for transposition. We really wanted each ensemble to take the book and take the book as a map and find the music in themselves. So tonight you will be hearing the interpretation from London Contemporary Voices. So we thought we would start with some warm-ups, and then after that we will jump into a tuning meditation by Pauline Olivieros. So maybe, do you want to start with the warm-ups now, and then I'll read the tuning meditation after?
Is that okay?
Great, okay.
Hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Joseph, and I'll be using this microphone to make sure the audience can hear us and you can hear me, but I also have to put it away because I'll be moving around with you. What's so lovely about choirs is that people come into a room and everything changes and you have no idea what's going to happen, and I have a plan, but I may go sideways. But we're going to start by, if you could make sure that you stand in a circle so you're sort of like clearly distinguished from the person next to you, because we're going to count this group out, and by doing that, dividing it into two, okay? That's the first thing we're going to do. So I'll point at you and you go 1, 2, 1, 2. Does that make sense? And you're going to say 1 and 2 as if you love 1 and 2, and you're going to give the space your voice for the first time, okay? And you remember the number you say. That's important information.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1. Are you in the choir? Yes. 1, 2.
1,
2.
1, 2.
1.
2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 2.
Are you with us? Wonderful. 1, 2.
1, 2. 1.
Beautiful. Great. Excellent. If I could get group number 1 to very, very slowly walk into this direction. And we're going to be doing some physical things. If you want to sit them out, that's okay. But we are actually going to move. If group 1 could just like start circling around the room, just gently, and just take the world around you in, look at other people. And if group 2 could gently walk into the other direction. Hi, how are you? Make a thing out of the hi. Maybe make it a bit louder. Say hi. Hey, how are you? Hi. Lovely. What about saying your names? Like Joseph. Joseph. Hi. Say your name. Catch someone's eyes and say Joseph. Say your name. Tell them your name. Joseph. Joseph. Hi. No more highs, just say your name, put your name into the space. When you see somebody, just tell them your name. That's great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, perfect. Great, if I could just have your attention. Wonderful. So I'm sure you remember everybody's name now, which is great. Good. I'm going to have to put this away, I'm afraid, and I'll speak up, and I hope you can hear me. we do tuning meditation? Where's Holly?
I am here. I will read the score to everyone, if you can bear with my scratchy voice. Okay. So our babysitter and our child are safe back in the hotel room. No panic. Matt is now able to join us. If you want to say a few words, you can, but you're not required. Just having trouble turning this page. Okay, Paulina Livieros, 1971. Okay, so begin by playing a pitch. When I say play, singing. Begin by singing a pitch that you hear in your imagination. After contributing your pitch, listen for another singer's pitch and tune in unison to the pitch as exactly as possible. Listen again and sing a pitch that no one else is playing. The duration of pitches is determined by the duration of a comfortable breath or bow, in this instance, breath. The dynamic level is soft throughout the piece. Brass players use mutes. Continue by alternating between the three options described above, i.e., playing a new pitch of your own that no one else is playing, just listening, tuning in unison to the pitch of another player, playing a new pitch of your own that no one else is playing. Keep repeating the sequence over and over again. Introduce new pitches at will and tune to as many different players as are present. Although the dynamic level is soft, make your tones audible to others. Play warmly with variations in tone quality. The tuning meditation is not difficult technically for the player since there is no metrical demand. However, concentration is necessary and the ability to match pitch. If the instructions are followed carefully, then a beautiful texture arises with common tones threading through the cloud of sound. The end. So there is no wrong here. It's about listening to each other and tuning to one another to kind of warm up and try to feel each other before we jump into these hymns. Do you have any other notes? Any questions? It kind of has a shape that's determined by this group. So it usually kind of fizzles out on its own. Okay? Do you want to conduct us in?
No, there's no conducting.
Okay.
The piece begins when one of us is brave enough to send sound into space. Remember, you always sing on a full breath, and then you alternate between putting a sound into the space, listening a bit, picking up the sound, tuning into it for a whole breath, listening a bit, putting a new sound into space, and so on. And the piece ends when it ends. And if it doesn't end, Holly may bring us up.
It usually ends naturally, but...
Yes. Anyone can start. So the way this works is that the inner choir is singing the pieces in harmony with the core choir, and we're going to support them. We're doing it slightly differently every time. I'm going to take the microphone. I'm supposed to take it. I'm not used to microphones. For this first song, we're going to just hum very gently. We're going to put a hum into the space, and we're just going to hum with our lips closed or slightly parted. If you part your lips slightly, just keep your tongue touching the roof of your mouth, and just like hum for me for a moment in any pitch. So I want you to keep humming. When you hum, you're going to have to breathe, and that's okay. So you just breathe in your own time, so we're not all breathing at the same time. Most importantly, if you do something as simple as hum, think of it as the most important thing in this moment, and give it your full energy at all times. You're doing the most important and most beautiful thing. So we're going to keep up that hum for the duration of the song. We're always going to be supporting it and holding it together. We're humming on a note that you're going to give us, is that right? Wonderful. So you've had hum theory, now we're going to hum on a note, and we're going to try that. And what's going to happen is you're just going to look at me, and I'm going to bring you in. And then I'm going to put my hand down, and that doesn't mean anything. It just means I'm stopping to have my hands up so I can listen. And then I'm going to, at some point, towards the end of the song, I'm going to put my hand up again. And you're not going to do anything. But the next thing I do, you are going to follow, and it's going to look like this. Is that okay? So I'm going to bring you in gently. Then they're going to sing the song. I'll bring my hand up when it gets to the end. I'm going to bring you off, okay? And now we're going to get a note from Sian.
And first off, just a few notes to the inner choir. So with this one, really think about that 2 in the bar rather than the 4 in the bar. The point we're aiming towards is the coming together around sort of bar 7. And then we've got that opening up, get some celestial sounds in there, really dig in. And then when we're coming into that sort of major resolution, it's not the end, push through, keep it going right towards the end. And that's it.
Can I just say something I forgot? Can I have the microphone? Which is, we're going to be humming on 2 notes. Group 1 is humming on the lower note, and group 2 is humming on the higher note, okay? And before we start, you can just pick up that hum, hold it, and then we're going to begin, okay? This is going to be over much too soon. I'm enjoying this so much. Right. Next song is called We Swarm, and we're going to accompany each verse. There are 3 verses with a slightly different kind of drone. For the first verse, we're just going to drone on a single note. This time, it's just a bit more than a hum. So you open your mouth, you can sing on an ooh or an ah, but it's very, very, very gentle. Ooh, something like this, okay? So I'll bring you in, and we're going ooh. When the second verse starts, you're going to watch me carefully. We're starting on the same drone, but I'm going to use my hands to bring you up and down to create a swell in dynamics, not pitch. Same pitch, but we're just responding to what's happening. We're going up and down in dynamics, okay? And then for 3, so I'll go 1, start, 2, and you follow my dynamic signs. Third one, we're going to be droning, and you can add harmonies. So I may use my hand to change the dynamics, and when I use my right hand to do this, you just pick a nice harmony that goes with it, okay? And you stay on it or you change it, but we are adding harmonies, okay? And then when I will sort of keep doing this, so we're still doing harmonies. We'll bring it back down to just dynamics, and then I'll bring you off, okay? That's the idea.
I think it's helpful to reset
Yes.
between verse 2 and verse 3, because it can be loud and then it goes back to quiet.
Yep, okay. Can verse 3 also come out and quiet?
Yeah,
Yep.
but it's nice to, at the beginning of each verse, kind of
Oh yeah.
bring
stop.
everyone back together and have a moment.
Okay, so we'll have a break. Okay. First time around, drone. Second time, drone and changing dynamics. Third time, drone and changing dynamics and harmonies. Okay.
Dynamics meaning volume.
Volume, yes.
Would you like me to note each time in between verses?
Why not? If does it change?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But we might.
We might, yeah. Exactly, we might look
So
very.
we'll have a A between
Flat.
Good.
I think I've lost it already.
Okay, so in a choir, we're going to do the 3 verses. Dynamics following the lyrics, so making sure it's word painting, so when the words are cold and alone, vocal quality colder, much more of a lonely sound. When it's warmer, when it's more strident, when it's prouder, really get in there with sort of more of the resonance and more of the body. And then let's make sure we'll pause in between. I'll give the note again, and then I'll always give you a bar before we come in, and it will be a bar of their droning. And really, really give it some welly at the end, like make it sing. going to row, but only right at the end.
Should we do that third verse one more time and really let loose this?
Yeah.
I'm going to start a little bit lower here, so we get more space. When my arms are up here, can we just take the roof off the building? And when I go harmonies, just find some really, let's have more harmonies. Is that okay? Experiment. Okay? And then we're going to put the roof back.
Oh. So take it off first. All together, should we start?
Yes.
Yeah, ready? And 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So this is a call and response version. So the inner choir will sing this song once all the way through. And then they will work their way through the song in segments, changing from voice section to voice section, okay? And you'll hear what they sing, and then we respond by repeating exactly what you hear, okay? It's hard often to understand the words. You don't have to really get it perfectly right. I'm going to quickly read through the words, so they're there somewhere in your brain, and then you just do your best, okay? So, and because AI has written, this is not so easy actually to speak in sections. So, for the time being we sing, we call. For the time, you speak after me. For the time being we sing, we call. Through the gales and through the wires. Through the gales and through the wires. Will you hear all my struggles, pressures, successes, and my desires? Will you hear all my struggles, pressures, successes, and my desires? We sing this forward in good faith. We sing this forward in good faith. For the time being, for the age. For the time being, for the age. The axis we will build, a chorus and a mind. The axis we will build, a chorus and a mime. We blur into each other, the time being aligned. We blur into each other, the time being aligned. Okay, so you'll hear the song first, and then you'll hear sections being sung, and we're going to conduct you together, and you just repeat what you hear, call and response. Okay? Great.
In our defense, the lyrics are all of the phonemes of the English language.
Absolutely.
Some awkward emphasis in there.
We love awkwardness. It's no fun without awkwardness.
Okay, everybody just make sure it stays dancing, keep it in 2, and just get the little dancing. We can move, we're allowed.
Okay, here comes my favorite. Some people say it's cheesy, but if you're a parent, you don't think it's cheesy, you love it. It's called Linked. And so you should, I hope, that the alto choir have some scores. We're going to pass some scores around, maybe in both directions, so this happens quickly, and I'll explain in the meantime what we're doing. So, Linked has 2 verses. And you're all going to learn the treble part, okay? But you have a score in front of you, which means if you do read music and we come to the point where we're singing the whole piece together, you can choose to sing any of the other parts, okay? Structurally, the way this is going to work is that we're going to learn the song again in the same call and response way. The sopranos, treble part, will sing sections and will repeat after the sopranos. And we'll do this going all the way through the first verse and then going all the way through to the second verse. So you will have learned the melody and you will have sung both verses once. When that has happened, we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to sing the first verse all the way through in unison, all of us together, okay? And then we're going to sing the second verse, and the inner choir will break out in beautiful harmonies, and you will all sing along second verse. And if you can read music and you want to sing any of the other parts and try it, that would be really, really absolutely great. Did I get that right? Okay, wonderful. Any questions? No, right, okay.
Great. And then inner choir, just to just really think of that like Android Christmas Carol, because I think that hit a nerve with everyone. And also, actually, for everybody singing in here, really make use of the resonance of the room itself. So you're using the resonating chambers in your body, but also the resonating chambers of this instrument that we're in, because it's so beautiful and it's such a chance to enjoy it. 4 beats in, and 1, 2, 3. I think we should second verse lyrics, and let's do it all again. Second verse lyrics. 1, 2, 3. Everything you've got. So a suggestion from everyone, which comes from London Contemporary Voices practice, is that we close our eyes when we're doing this and listen really hard for the breathing of the person next to you and the tuning which you're hearing, not just with your ears, but in the vibrations of the air and in your body.
Again, thank you very much to everyone at London Contemporary Voices at Serpentine. Thank you so much for leading us through this. There's a million and one reasons to despair right now. I'm kind of in that a little bit, and this is not one of them. So really, genuinely, thank you all for being here and contributing to this process, and long may it live on. I hear it's going to continue living on this year in other places too, which is going to be fun. So again, very humbled to be here, and thank you.